My fortunes were going to change. It was about time I caught a break. My life had been one long series of unfortunate rolls of the dice. The guild was going to perform a daring heist, and Obex wanted to include me, presumably because he could count on me. It was all set up. One of our vixens, Shyla, was to ply a visiting Waterdavian noble with a spiked alcoholic drink and seduce him with her irresistible wiles. She would then lead him back to his room at the inn with promises of a long night of sensual activities. The path was well charted and led through a secluded alley. I was to appear from the shadows of a stoop and hold them both up with a crossbow. Shyla would run in terror, and I would unburden the drunken, privileged noble of his heavy coin purse, expensive jewelry, and any papers I found on his person. It all went perfectly to plan as well, until it didn't. When I pointed my crossbow at his rotund belly, Shyla softly shrieked and ran off, leaving the noble standing there, staring at me terrified that I would make my threat a reality. As he reached into his cloak to get his treasures, a crossbow bolt suddenly appeared in his belly. He gasped and looked down at the grievous wound, quickly oozing his life force out, and then looked at me directly in the eyes with a confused, pleading look on his face as he expired. I looked down, not understanding how I could have accidentally fired the crossbow. What I saw surprised me even more. I had not fired the bolt. It was still sitting on the crossbow, just where I had placed it moments before. But if I hadn't fired, who had? And was I next? I spun around to see Obex, smiling at me.
Excellently done, my friend. You played it perfectly. Now grab our loot and let's get out of here.
But you've killed him. He's an aristocrat. They're gonna send people after him. Powerful people.
Nonsense. It's just another senseless crime in a city filled with crime. It'll blow over in no time. The guild does it all the time, so you don't have anything to worry about. Unless you doodle too long and some other enterprising rogue gets your loot and your promotion. That's right, you've earned it. Now get moving and meet me at the guild house.
I looked down at the rapidly cooling corpse, and then looked at the loot he had. There was at least 10,000 gold worth of loot here. Poor sucker. Well, your luck just ran out, but mine has certainly changed for the better. I'm rich!